Hey there, here we have the same sized arcs. Does that mean we get the same size of chords as well? Let's see. What we already know is that in a circle, we have a central angle subtended by an arc. Any arc will subtend a central angle. When we join the 2 points of the arc, we get a chord. And this is, of course, the arc. So every chord has an arc and every arc has a central angle. But what if two central angles are equal? When we have two equal central angles, that can only happen when the arcs are also equal. The same arc will subtend the same central angle. And at the same time, we get two triangles. So as you can see, this angle and these two lines inherently create a triangle, and these two lines create another triangle. So this is one triangle, and this is another triangle. So whenever you have an arc, you can always imagine it creating a triangle. So now let's look at an example. Let's say the radius is 5 centimeters, and let's assume that both angles are 60 degrees. Now let's see why the sizes of the chords must be equal. There's no way they cannot be. So if you take out this triangle, this is how it would look like. So we have triangle AOB, and this is what we're looking for. So we know that AO is 5 centimeters, right? It's the radius. And we also know that OB is also 5 centimeters. Similarly, if we take this other triangle over here, and that can be written in this way. So you just imagine that this is being rotated. This is rotated this way, this is rotated this way, and then we can show it in this format. So triangle COD. So again, OC is also 5 centimeters, correct? It's also a radius, right? So this is also a radius. OC is also a radius. And OD is the same, it's also a radius. So this is also 5 centimeters. So what can we observe from this? So we can see that OA equals OC is 5, right? So OA equals to OC. Similarly, OB is equal to OD, and that's also 5. So we can actually say that it's the same lines basically. They're all equal. But just for the sake of differentiation, I'm putting it as a different line. Now we can say, we also know that angle AOB is equal to angle COD, right? It's 60 degrees. We know that central angles are equal because we assume that the arcs are the same. We assume that the central angles are equal. So now this is giving us the SAS congruence, the side angles side. So the sides OA and OC are equal, the sides OB and OD are equal, and the two angles are equal, and that gives us the SAS congruence. So this means that triangle OAB is congruent to triangle OCD. Now that will mean that if the triangles are congruent, then the third side is also equal. So which makes the chords equal in size. So these two triangles, since they are congruent, we say that the chords that they subtend, that the chords that they have as the base are also equal in size. So AB will be equal to CD. Equal arcs create equal chords. So we have proved that. So let's try a different number just to make sure, right? So here we have the radius of 6. OA is equal to OC. This is O over here. So here we have OA is equal to OC. So OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. Although all of them are equal to 6, but anyway. Angle AOB is equal to angle COD, which we assumed are equal in 1990. So now, again, by the SAS congruence, we know that triangle OAB is congruent to triangle OCD. And by that, we also know that AB equals CD. So the two chords are equal. So the two chords are equal. So we can clearly say that if the arcs are equal, then the chords will be equal. But did you notice that equal arcs create equal central angles? That is the first. Equal central angles help us prove the congruency of triangles, because that's when we get the SAS congruence, because radius is always going to be equal. If the arcs were not equal, then you cannot have this, and that will break the entire cycle. So the arcs being equal is the first step. So then that creates equal chords. So arc, angle, triangle, and chord. So equal arcs give you equal chords. If the two arcs of a circle are congruent or equal, then their chords are equal. So if arc AXB is congruent to arc CYD, then AB will be equal to CD. Now let's flip it around. What if the chords are equal? Will that make the arcs congruent or equal in this case? So we assume that the chords are equal already. So will that make the arcs also equal? Let's see. So we start with equal chords now. So we know that AB and CD are 8 centimeters. We will assume that. So we already know that OA equals OC, which is 5 centimeters, which is the radius. So OA equals OC. And we know that OB equals OD. So OB equals OD. Right? And we also know AB equals CD, which is what is given to us in this current situation. So now we get the SSS congruence. So again, this proves that triangle OAB is congruent to triangle OAB is congruent to triangle OCD. Now, yet again, we can say that this is the SSS congruence. So that makes it such a way that the central angle is the same. So this makes it such a way that these two angles will become the same. Correct? So since these two triangles are congruent, we can say that angle AOB is equal to angle COD. So which means we have the same central angles. So if we have the same central angles, what does that mean? You get the same arcs. So this is a theorem which we learned before. Same arcs subtend the same angles at the center, and the reverse is also true. If you have the same angles, you will get the same arcs. So in this case, since angle AOB is equal to angle COD, then the arc AB will be congruent to the arc CD. So minor arcs AXB will be congruent to CYD, and major arcs will also be congruent. AYB will also be congruent to CXD. Both will be true. So angle AOB is equal to angle COD. Both arc pairs will match. So the central angle being equal is what makes the arcs also equal. So if AB equals CD, this also implies arc AB will be equal to arc CD. So that brings us to theorem 2. If two chords of a circle are equal, then their arcs are congruent. If AB equals CD, then arc AXB is congruent to arc CYD and arc AYB is congruent to arc CXD. But this does not apply to different circles. If the circles are different, then you will not be able to say that the arcs will be the same. It is within the same circle that you can say that the same arcs will create the same chords, or the same chords will have the same sized arcs. Only works in one circle or congruent circles. Congruent, not similar. So congruent arcs create equal chords, which we proved using SAS on radii, and equal chords create congruent arcs, which we proved using SSS. So same circle or congruent circles only. Perfect. Now it's your turn. So look at this diagram. If PQ equal to RS equal to 12 centimeter, what can you say about PQ and RS? And what can you say about POQ and ROS? And which theorem is that? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you next time.